This isn't just a school. It's a proving ground. Built with purpose, designed for precision, here, tradition meets next-level detail. Every rep sharpened, every standard raised. This is Citadel Baseball, where disciplined lives and memories are forged forever. The Pencil Talk Takeover, featuring D1 Baseball and presented by Populous, starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, live here from Joe Riley Park, Jack DeLongchamps, D1 Baseball. It's the head coach in his second season here at the Citadel, Russell Triplett. Coach, an incredible season last year, so I'm going to give you a softball question to start. It's as easy as it comes. Pencil or pen?
Pencil, no doubt. If you're in the house, it's got to be pencil. I'm a big four-color pen, but this right here is making an impact in college baseball, man. So we all appreciate what you do.
No, that means more than you know. Tried and true, I get it, especially when we're writing in lineup cards. But just like the Dixon Ticonderoga, legacy, legendary, this program, so much tradition. You guys go on an incredible run. I don't want to say you exceed expectations because everywhere you've gone, you have met a standard. I ask you, from year one to year two, what lessons were you able to take from that incredible run last year and fold them into year two?
I think more of a stronger belief in what we got going on. I think everybody bought in from the start. And as a coach, that's what you want. And I think you can change things when everybody's on the same page, regardless of what it is. So the buy-in was incredible. The way these guys work, the way they show up. I think the lessons is that we gotta be a little more detailed, and we got to get the whole group truly believing that we can compete at a high level. And when you look at the tradition of the program, the expectations are high, and championships are what people expect. It's been year after year. There's been a little lull here of late, but I think our standard is to get back to that. But understanding, and when you have a group of guys that necessarily won at a high level, I think there's whether they wouldn't want to admit it or not, there's a little bit of doubt in the back of their mind about what can we compete here. Same people. We lost some key pieces to this program in that summer, and some guys that had really good seasons other places. So and we only had 31 guys, and so the buy-in and the belief, and then going out there, and we started out a little slow, and we had to learn how to win at the end of the game. And I think these guys understand that the way we prepare is built for being at our best at the end of the game. And I think, you know, one of the big stats I look at from last year is we had 17 saves, and not one person. So you look at a turnaround in a year, and I think whether you've been at a place or you're coming in new, 1-run, 2-run games are huge, and it really is a separator in the overall record. And I think that was the biggest difference. We still got to get a lot better as a program now, but we found a way to win. We thought we could win, and we won some games, but I think that's the start, and I hope these guys understand that regardless of my standards, the standards in this program, they got to meet them every day. And regardless of how much I think things should be done, if they don't buy in, then they don't meet the standards, they don't hold each other accountable, then I don't think we're going to get there. And saying that we use a lot in this program, the work's got to match the goals.
Ooh, I like that. Know your role, do your job. I think in particular, if you've watched this team play, the turnaround, you know, in your first season, nothing short of remarkable, but buying was key. 31 dudes, it's such an underrated piece of the puzzle, right? It was thin, but it was next man up mentality. And I think with a lot of these pieces you mentioned coming back, it was a different guy every night, ready to stand up and make a play. You played for a region conference championship on the last day of the regular season, right? What more could you hope for? And now it's teaching these guys, hey, not only can you do it, but you did do it. Now it's time to go replicate it. Are there a few guys that you've been really proud of in the way that they have attacked this next year, and some pieces that maybe you brought in for a graduate year? Because we all know that a day in the life as a Citadel Bulldog is different than any other student athlete, that they have to endure a little bit more. Are there any dudes in particular we should have our eye on?
Yeah, when they say the road less traveled, it is. And I respect everything these guys go through. I continue to learn. I've learned new pieces the beginning of this year and the challenge week, and I want these guys to understand what this place is about. And so We got a lot of older guys that didn't have a lot of experience last year. They got some experience. They played a lot, contributed, and did some good things. And the most exciting part to me is that as a group, we got better going through the year. I would say it starts, and I've said this a lot with talking about this particular team, is that any good team's good up the middle. And I think we got a chance to be good up the middle. We got a catcher that Phillips that I think is as good as anybody in our conference, and I think he took the next step last year. A really, really solid offensive player. Not your prototypical leadoff guy, probably different than most leadoff guys in the country, but he gets on base, man. He has quality at bats, and he has a good at bat every time in there. And so him behind the plate with some experience. Our shortstop in Lane Tobin, who is a senior too, that has a lot of experience. Our center fielder, Matt Lively, a lot of experience. Corner, that Aaron Patel, he can go anywhere we want him to play. He's a bulldog, he's a baseball player, and he's got the ability to make people around him better. So when you're thinking about on the field everyday type guys, we hope those guys are in the lineup. And then we've added some other pieces, and then I like some of our older guys on the mound. We got a guy returning that started last year for us at the beginning, Will Holmes, that I've said it over and over. When he's dialed in, he's as good as anybody in the country. And his stuff is real. He works like a professional. He goes about things. He's had an advantage with, we have a lot of pro guys come back here that work out at our facility, and you get a chance to be around those guys and understand what being a professional is about and how you go about your work, how detailed you are in the work. And so him, and then, you know, our bullpen is, we're trying to figure out some guys. We've got way more depth on the mound this year, but we got to figure out roles for different guys. And, I mean, anybody in this game knows the last 3 outs are the hardest 3 to get. Yeah. So we're trying to figure out who fits best at the end, but I do like some new guys. And then we got some freshmen that are going to have an impact on this program. This year, next year, down the road, we brought in a big class. We've got 14 freshmen, and they're going through the grind here. The first semester is something that they'll probably never forget, but it helps create some things that help us on the field later on. And I'm excited about that group. They've done everything we've asked from the core side with the baseball side. They continue to work. They want to be here, and they want to make this place better. And so when you add all those together, I think it's our job as a staff is try to mesh them together. And you got a lot of different personalities, but I think that the biggest thing I've seen to this point is a selfless type approach, and it's really the kind of style of game we play too. So now I'm excited about the guys, but everybody's excited at this point. We haven't played poorly yet. We haven't got beat yet. So the next test will be how we handle some adversity throughout the year. And the good teams, every team faces it. And we did last year. And when you talk about last year and you're going through the season, and we had some ups and downs, we had some low points. But to be there at the end, I think is a great learning opportunity for our team to understand that, you know, the first conference weekend doesn't make or break season. You just got to keep plugging along. This conference is so good top to bottom, and that anybody can be, so you're never out of it. You gotta try to win the series. If you go in and win the series, you got a chance to be there at the end, and I think that's our goal.
Yeah, blue collar mentality. A lot of programs preach it, but when you mix in the military aspect of it, I think it plays really well off of your style of baseball. I probably said it 100 times on broadcast for you guys last year. I think baseball stuff everywhere. Next man up mentality. When you think about a guy like Phillips Daniels, who took his time as a freshman, sat behind a veteran catcher, he has learned, he has experience. He's become one of my favorite players in the country, because when you look at the landscape of college baseball today, not to say that he's done it right and there's a right or wrong way, but he is a guy that has learned, has gotten better, has gotten bigger and stronger. And you fold that into a Southern Conference that, just so deep and loaded. Have you guys written down goals or manifested things into this season where, hey, we want to go win a conference championship? Well, everybody does. Are there things and objectives along the way that you want to see out of your squad?
Yeah, we challenged them. One's already put in place that we can't go back on, and that's our schedule. And it's going to be challenging. It was intended that way. We got to get a little more comfortable in some of these environments that maybe we haven't experienced as a program. And, you know, I can't go off of my personal experiences. I got to go off the experiences we have together here. And I can't forget about maybe some low points that some of these guys may have experienced. So getting in that situation, competing at a high level, competing with, and I think we've got 5 teams on the schedule that are ranked in the top 20 in some poll or another. So, and I think we go to all of those places too. So now they're coming here. So the challenge is real, but in college baseball at this level, anybody you put on that schedule can beat you. And so we want to challenge our guys to play in some tough environments. Go down to Florida State for a weekend series early in the year. Go to Kentucky for a weekend series. Play at Georgia. Play at Coastal. Play at South Carolina. Play at home against all 3 of the big boys in the state. And we get a chance to compete at a high level. And I think the best part about that schedule is how excited our guys were.
Yeah.
And now, maybe some of it has to do with getting out of here a little bit and seeing other parts, but they're excited about the teams we're playing, the level of competition, and we keep bringing it up right now. If we don't prepare now, we're not going to be ready. And it's a quote we use a lot in the program as far as the championships are not won time of the event, and it's the days, weeks, months, years before, and it's just a byproduct of the championship culture, character that you got. And I think our guys believe and want to compete at a high level, and I think one of our main goals is not about each day along the way, but can we get more consistent? Can we be the best version of ourselves each day? And to me, that's the challenge in college baseball. It's at this level with this age group, confidence, a roller coaster ride. It's ups, it's downs. There's so many things involved with it, and I think the tighter the group, the more you prepare, I think the better off you have to handle the ups and downs. Because the best team in the country, the one that wins the last game this year, is going to have some low points, and it's how they respond, how they handle it. So we're going to have a chance to face a little adversity. We're going to have a chance to respond. But in this program, at the Citadel, the goal is to win a Southern Conference championship. And I think everything we do is prepared for that. And it's not just win a regular season. You want to win in the tournament too. And we want to be the best team in this league. And it's easy to say, harder to do, especially with the type of teams we've got.
The groundwork has been laid. The blueprint is set. You see the accolades in just this office in itself. Home matchups with Coastal Carolina, South Carolina, Clemson. We referred to some of the spots that you guys will venture off to on the road. Give a message to Citadel fans. You got goosebumps. I'm ready to run through a wall with you right now.
Tell us, get me fired up too. I mean, but the Citadel family. I keep saying this over and over. You think you know a little bit about it when you come in here, and you really don't until you get inside here. And to see the appreciation, the support, the love for this program, this school, is incredible, man. And the one thing I can guarantee to the people that come watch us play is that if you come watch us once and you come back again, we'll be better. And these guys will play hard. And it's a standard that not necessarily I set, they set, and they hold each other accountable every single day. And I think that there's, no matter what type of style of baseball you like, there's not many people out there that don't really respect people that play hard. And I know for a fact that anybody that puts on that Citadel uniform, they're gonna play hard, and they're gonna play for the school. And it's not as much about them, but it's more about what we can do as a program. And they've shown that to this point. Hopefully, we can continue to do that. And this preseason, spring training, this is about preparing for the long haul. And we got young guys that haven't experienced that yet. We got new guys that experienced maybe less games in a year. So we're trying to prepare them, we're trying to get in shape, but we're also trying to get them to understand the style we have to play, what we have to do, and doing the little things better than anybody else we play. But there's a level of respect in this program, from coaches to players, players to coaches, and players to players. And I think if you've got respect within organization, you got a chance to be really successful.
Come on, man. Citadel fans, you heard him. Make sure to show up to the Joe this year. Go nuts. Go crazy. I'll be sitting there right with you. Now, let's give him an insight to you really quick. Rapid fire round. How many swings a round does each guy get there, BP?
We try to do about 25 to 30 in a day, and there'll be different rounds executed. It's printed out on the cage. That's outside of K-Word. On the field, we want to get 25 to 30, but
perfect.
They know that I care less about the BP on the field and more about the defense when we do that.
Yeah.
But the 25, 30 swings on the field.
I want one round, 5 questions. I'm hitting you peppered style.
Here we go.
Coming right at you, Funga. Coach, what would your walk-up song be?
I let my kids pick it for me, and they picked up different ones for me last year. I'd have to ask my SID which songs they picked.
Okay.
What was it?
Like a boss.
Like a boss, maybe, or Every Day I'm Hustling. I think they picked that. I let them have fun with it, but they picked it.
Okay. Every day. All right. I'm in on Every Day I'm Hustling. Pre-game meal. What's getting you right?
The mess hall. It does a phenomenal job for our team. We have a team meal every single game before. We usually have some type of chicken, baked chicken. We have some type of pasta. They do an incredible job for guys. They set it up in the room. We eat together. It's just a good deal.
I'm in on the pasta. How about this? Favorite player you personally growing up?
Favorite player? Well, I had a chance. Dale Murphy was my guy back in the day, so I loved him. Chipper Jones was falling in line. I was a big Braves fan, so pretty much anybody on the Braves roster.
Love that. Now, how about this one? Again, Clemson, all ACC guy right here. We're graced with his presence.
A long time ago.
How about your message to Tiger faithful as they get ready to come see the boys down here in Charleston?
Yeah, it's been a while, and I'm excited from both sides. I'm excited for our program here to have a chance to compete against Clemson and their program on our field in this incredible atmosphere stadium, but also for Clemson fans to see a Clemson Tiger team come down here, and hopefully we can start this every year.
Help you. All right, fifth and final. Do you remember when you fell in love with baseball?
Man, I've always loved the game, but I loved every sport growing up, and whatever season it was, I loved that sport, and I think I was just a little bit better baseball. My dad was a football coach. My granddad was a football coach, and I love football. They would tell me all the time I'm just not tough enough for it. So baseball is my deal, and I love every part about it.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. Coach Triplet, Citadel Faithful, man. You got to keep her. Let's go. Bulldog Faithful. We'll see you at Joe this spring.
D1 Baseball, Citadel. Baseball is upon us. We kick things to Ben Brash. Ben, let me ask you, first question. Do wearing glasses on the mound make you 10 times better, or how does that work?
For sure. It adds drip, it adds velocity. It increases every single category that you could ever think of.
I like that a lot. Now, you have a red glove. That is what the kids would call drip, wouldn't it?
Yes, of course, and it also adds velocity.
Nice. What for you, velocity, like eat big, throw big, like what's the mindset when you toe the rubber?
So yeah, I eat big, but I don't throw very hard, so velocity probably isn't the best term for me to be using, but yeah.
I heard velocity is actually just a mindset. Like if you just think it, you'll do it.
It's definitely a mindset, and I like to say that I have stuff, and that's what makes me good. But I'm also not very good, so yeah.
Ben Brash, very humble. He's not telling the truth, friends. All right, Jack DeLongchamps, D1 Baseball, here with the Citadel Bulldogs. Here with the Southpaw, Mr. Kaden Kaiser. Kaden, what makes lefties so funky and so awesome?
You know, just low slot guy. Coming out, arm side run. It doesn't really matter. You mix your pitches, change speed.
We're locked in. Kaden, I ask you, we're going to go Little League World Series style here. I want to know your favorite player growing up.
It's got to be Big Al. I mean,
Al? Oh, so you went Little League favorite player. I'm saying Big Leaguer. Who's your favorite Big Leaguer growing up? Big Al's a great answer, though. We think we should keep that.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Got to go with that. Favorite big leaguer that played in the Little League World Series? I mean, you got to go with Harper.
It's a good one.
Another
good.
Southpaw right there.
Takes care of business. Do you remember when you fell in love with the game of baseball?
Yeah, so my grandfather introduced me to the game of baseball when I was about 6 years old, and he coached me all the way up until high school, and really just took off from there. So I've loved it my whole life.
Love that. Do you have the best chain game in the Citadel dugout?
I like to think so. I mean, I'm doubled up always. Gotta have 2 chains on.
Doubled up on a Tuesday. Am I cool enough to wear 2 chains? I don't even have one.
Yeah. 2 chains. I'll give them to you.
Oh, say less. Boom, ready? I make up the questions as I go, so I have no idea where we're
That's
going.
how Reeves does it too.
He don't know where it's going.
No, he don't know.
All right, perfect. Jack DeLongchamps here with D1 Baseball, the Citadel Bulldogs, the backstop, the leader, the capitan. Phillips Daniels, appreciate you taking some time today.
Good to meet you, bro. Appreciate
Boom.
you.
Phillips, I'm going to give you a softball question.
All right.
You have walked the walk, you have talked the talk here on campus, but I ask you most importantly, pencil or pen?
See, I like a pencil.
Okay.
You know, when I'm taking notes,
Okay.
I like the confidence of a pen.
Okay.
But you can't replace the erasability of a pencil, you know, like going back, make a mistake.
No, I gotta tell
Just
you,
erase it. Pencils, I think it's just more convenient.
I appreciate the backing behind the confidence. I can't be mad at that answer. But to your point, tradition, it's tried and true. Just like you in that backstop position. I ask you, man, in the land of college baseball where there's so much turmoil, a lot of tossing and turning, man, you've stuck it out. From your first year where you sat behind a veteran backstop, and it has been your job ever since. What have you learned over those last 4 years? And if you were to give advice to a high school catcher that wanted to be the next you, what would you tell him?
Man, I was fortunate enough to play behind Travis Lott for a couple years. The biggest thing I learned from him, honestly, was just sticking to what you do and try to become as good as you can at what you do rather than trying to copy others or try to emulate others. I think trying to find, you know, rhythm and style and play style that you like and that you're good at, that you can develop and get reps at every day and just become good at what you do rather than trying to copy others. I think that's the biggest lesson I learned.
Unapologetically, authentically himself. I love that. And if you look at the trajectory of his career, man, you have gotten better season to season, man. This walk of life here at the Citadel, it's different, man. You guys have to experience a day-to-day like really no other amongst college athletics, man. What has your journey here at the Citadel meant to you?
Oh, it's awesome, man. I mean, just the time you spend from freshman year at the very bottom of the totem pole to, you know, learning how to like have somebody in your face yelling at you at all times of the day. You know, not taking anything personal, and then you take that out of the field, and I think it teaches you so many lessons about athletics and just brushing things off your shoulder, you know, getting better every day no matter what. Just eliminating excuses, I think, is the biggest lesson I've learned here. But yeah, just that process of growing and getting to experience being a follower and then getting older and becoming a leader, like as you're a junior and senior here, I think it kind of translates on and off the field. You know, it's been awesome. You know, I've been fortunate enough to have rank at the Citadel as well as like a leadership position here on the team, and you know, it's very similar in style. Like I think it's great, but yeah, you're right. It's a little bit unorthodox.
Yeah, no, but that's awesome. It's spectacular life lessons built in. I love like learning to be a follower and understanding, but then becoming that said leader.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so fascinated, especially for you in particular. Do you remember when you fell in love with the game of baseball?
Yeah, I actually do.
Really?
I was about 11 years old. I was actually talking to my buddy Matt about this the other day, but I was 11 and we were in the Myrtle Beach World Series.
Cal Ripken ballparks?
I think it
in
was.
the field?
Yeah, I think it was at Cal Ripken. But it was my little travel ball team, like me and all my good buddies. We've been playing together, and I remember the moment that I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Was we had to win, I think, like 4 or 5 games in a row to make the championship of this like USSSA tournament. And we ended up winning all the games. We won the championship, and just a feeling of like, that was my first dog pile like in my life.
How about that?
And that was when I think I noticed, I was like, okay, this is awesome. I want to keep doing this.
Dog piles to come here at the Joe, man. What you guys were able to do last year, immediately turning this thing on a dime. What are the lessons, right? You played for a conference championship on this field, last game of the regular season, everything you can ask for. Now, how do you build off of it going into year 2?
Yeah, man, I just think we can't like just become complacent and be like, okay, like we're not like, we can't just be like, oh, we turned it around, we're good. You know, we got to keep building on what we laid the foundation for last year. Work harder than we did last year, just because we had a solid season doesn't mean we're where we want to be. Right. You know, I mean, as you said, like we turned it around, but now it's like, okay, how high can we go? Like, you know, I mean, we still fell short last year, so we got to finish it off and play to the best of our ability. I think last year we gave away a couple of games that would have secured our spot, as we wouldn't even have to worry about that last game against ETSU if we took care of business earlier in the season. But yeah, I just think it shows us where we can be and how hard we got to work to continue getting better.
Just getting started. Last question. I actually am going to test my homework, my knowledge here. High school quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, quarterback of this defense. And you guys run some crazy stuff offensively. I'm going to hit you with a rapid fire round, okay? 5 questions, real quick, off the top of your head. Favorite athlete growing up?
Oof. Oh, that's tough, man. That's tough. Do we go sports specific or
Let's
just
go.
in
How
general?
about this? We'll get your first 2 swings will be like your first 2 bunt rounds. Let's go baseball and then football.
Okay,
or it could be
baseball.
across the board.
Baseball, I'm gonna go Bryce Harper. I think that's just because his video hitting that 500-foot homer in high school
At Tropicana.
at
Yeah.
Tropicana.
I was like, man,
I'd say that for baseball, and then for football, Bo Jackson, dude. When that 30 for 30 came out on ESPN, I think that was my guy back in the day.
He did it both. He did it both
Yeah.
too. Philly knows.
That would have
just
been,
like
that
Bo
would've been a good
does.
one for both.
There you go, man. Pre-game meal.
Ooh, let's go chicken breast
Okay.
with pasta,
Okay.
a little bit of Alfredo sauce, and then some vegetables on the side. Doesn't really matter.
Body's a temple, can't you tell? He's the backside, takes care of himself. What's the walk-up song this year?
Ooh, what is it? Oh, Big Empty by Stone Temple Pilots.
Well done, Stone.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
one of my people. I love where
Yeah.
we're heading here. 5th and final, favorite Citadel baseball memory to date?
Ooh,
It's a tough one.
that's a tough
On
one.
or off the field?
Man, that is a really tough question. I'd say, you know, during our Christmas party at the end of the fall, we like to make a little. I'll give you off and on the
Okay.
field actually.
With it.
During our Christmas parties at the end of the fall, we do this little PowerPoint slideshow.
Love it.
Just as a little joke, little gaff.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, both years actually, like this
Yeah. Where the
this
chemistry is
past
born.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And last year as well, we started doing it. But yeah, dude, I loved just making fun of everybody, and you know, I helped make it both of the years, and it's just awesome to see all the guys laugh about all the inside jokes we have throughout the fall.
What's the best PG joke that we can share to
Oh, dude, Noah Cadiz and Coach Kitts. It's like grandfather and grandson. They're never apart. They argue too. It's awesome. I think that's the best.
Okay.
And then on the field, I'd have to say, dude, that's tough. My freshman year, we were playing Charleston Southern, your alma mater. My best friend Matt Lively came up. I got a hit, got on second base. We were down 1 in the 9th, and Matt Lively hit a little walk-off single.
Heck yeah.
He also hit a
Welcome
walk-off
to college
homer
baseball.
against Kansas that year as well.
I remember that one, actually.
That was awesome too. But I think those 2 memories, just watching him be successful, I think that's, whenever he does good, we all do good, I feel like. So I'll go with that.
The backstop, so selfless. One of the very best college baseball has to offer. Phillips, Daniels, I'm telling you, jump on this bandwagon now. There's something special brewing here in the Low Country.
Here we go.
Let's go,
Awesome,
man.
dude.
All right, Jack DeLongchamps, D1 Baseball. Will Holmes, the Southpaw. I appreciate you joining me today, man.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
we feeling?
Good, man. It's great to be out here. Good day.
Life is good here at the job.
Absolutely.
This team in particular, you bouncing back from injury, how much fun has it been for you to represent this brand across your chest?
It's been great. Everybody around here, it's hard to not want to show up every day when everybody cares about everyone as much as the guys do around here. And it's a great place to be. This place has been awesome for me.
You mentioned it last year. You guys played for a conference championship on this field compared to where your career began here. What was the difference from last year, and how are you guys going to be able to build off of that into this last year?
I think we were obviously hadn't been in that position before, so I think knowing now we weren't the same team that day, but I think we're much more prepared, and we'll be there again for sure.
Love that, man. His tenacity's got me ready to run through a dang wall here at the Joe. Babe. But seriously, especially watching you toe the rubber, knowing what you've been through, bouncing through injuries, how excited are you to toe that rubber again?
I can't wait. It's been a journey for sure, and I'm super thankful to be healthy again, and I can't wait to get back out there.
What's it like pitching for Coach James Reeves?
It's awesome. He's the man. He's the man, no doubt. He's been super helpful through the whole process of everything, and since he got here, he's been a #1 supporter of me. So, love that guy.
I was gonna say, it's cool too when you have a pitching coach who's quite literally walk to walk and talk to talk in that uniform, which it is a totally different lifestyle, right? As
Absolutely.
a student athlete here. What would your advice be to a high schooler that maybe wants to be the next you and come play and rep this brand?
It's like I said, it's a special place. It's not for everybody, but you build relationships and stuff that lasts forever, and that's definitely the best decision I made, and it's a great experience, and it brings a lot of energy, and everything else that comes along with it is awesome.
The pedigree, can't you feel it? I'm just telling you right now, he's mine. He's my SoCon pitcher of the year. I'm just telling you. He walked it, he talked it, he lived it, he's doing it again. Pitching Coach James Reeves, one of my favorite interviews of the year. Good sir. How we living?
I'm living, man. I'm living. Glad to have you here, man, at Riley Park, dude. Hanging with the boys.
This is a true story. I was 19 years old. This guy putting and lighting the world on fire as a low country guy here from Charleston, South Carolina. We idolized this dude. Then I got to catch a bullpen, and it all made sense. He lived up to the build. And in your time back here at the Citadel, dude, what y'all did last year, nothing short of remarkable. How much fun has it been for you to begin your college coaching career in a dugout that you once roamed?
Yeah, it's been a blast, man. I can't put it into words, really. The whole landscape of things changed. Where, we have a mix here now of the cadet side. We've got transfers that have been in other programs, junior college, and it's all kind of one big melting pot now. But to be somewhere as, I don't know, man, unique as the Citadel, and then get to come back and coach here, it's been pretty cool, man.
That's awesome. I'm telling you, if you're looking to jump on a bandwagon, invest in a stock, if you will. Watch these guys play. It's such a unique style of baseball. I just sum it up in one way: baseball stuff. When fans around the country and our Citadel faithful show up to Joe Riley Park, what do you want them to know? Not only about your squad, but your pitching staff in particular.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be aggressive on the mound, and that's what we got to get to. And we got to keep working to get there. But if you show up here, Coach Triplett always says it, man, if you show up here, we're going to be better the next time you come out. And then really the only thing, baseball guys like to act like they know what's going on out here, but really the game's so, beautifully stupid in so many ways. Is like we're gonna play hard every time out, and there's gonna be some. You're going to leave the park seeing something interesting at some point. We're going to play hard, man. So
put it on a quote card. Beautifully stupid. James Reeves, one of my very best. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
That's so good. All right, we're not going to be able to talk Citadel baseball without talking to a guy that has worn the uni and has coached in this dugout far longer than many. Coach Becks, are we ready for a little walk and talk? Do you have this in your bag?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Oh, babe.
Let's do it.
Coach, you're back last year. You guys go on a remarkable run. Can you speak to kind of what you guys were able to put together last season?
Man, we just got better and better. We talk about it, make today your best day. And we just really, we got it going, man. Guys believed in what we were doing, and we practiced, game like every day. And they just got better and better, and they started to believe they can win. I think that's the biggest thing is, we got a couple nice wins early in the SoCon. We took 2 or 3 from Mercer and really felt like we should have swept. And I think at that moment we kind of had their attention.
Became real,
yeah.
Right? The buy-in too. And you talk about this school, everything that goes into it. As we reach second to third, I think it's really telling. He wants the stolen base leader here at the Citadel. So for you personally, right, you've gotten to play in that dugout, now to coach it, you have a different level of perspective. As someone who quite literally walked the walk and can now talk the talk, can you speak to a day in the life as a Citadel cadet and how your kids, their experience at the college levels are different than others?
Yeah, so you wake up about 7 a.m. You have a morning formation. Morning formation is mainly to make sure guys are up, ready to go to class. They get inspected in their military uniform, clean shaven, good haircut. But, and then guys go to breakfast and classes start at 8. And we got guys have mostly just morning classes and have a lunch and get out here about 2 o'clock. Listen, man, we all like to sound a little tougher as we get older, right? But if I can do it, anybody can do it. And but this place is special, and we do this. It breeds a tougher kid, and we say it all the time. I think all coaches would love to be able to put their players what our guys get to go through on a daily basis, but you just can't nowadays because of the liability or whatever.
Beast,
yeah, so
it's a different beast. And as we've reached home, I ask you, this has been your home for decades now. What has this brand meant to you and your family?
Man, Citadel baseball is my life. I'm grateful, man. I was here 16 years. I played here. This is the program that I love, and to get a second chance, it means a lot to the Beckley family. My kids grew up here.
Yeah.
My kid's coming to play here next year. But yeah, man, there's a lot of Citadel blue blood in that household, and it means the world. I'm grateful for this second opportunity. and I can't wait to see us dogpile again because this program deserves it, and I think we've been written off a little bit, and we're back.
Keep your receipts, Citadel Baseball. Make sure to come to the Joe this year. Something special is brewing in the low country.